Hi Stampers, I'm Meg from Loven Stamps, and for my Sweetest Thing video, I am going to share with you a pocket gift card. So this one actually has a little secret inside. It is the place where you add a pocket so that you can have your gift card included. So a really fun way to enclose that. I will give you the cutting and scoring directions for this. So grab your Stamps to the Mail Club packet where the cutting and scoring is already done for you, or get your pencil ready so you can write down the directions, and let's get stamping. Okay, so for this card, I have some tricks to show you. Of course, the way that we do this gift card holder on the inside. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my pieces aside, and your card will already be pre-punched when you get it for Stamps to the Mail Club, but it's nice to know how to do this in case you'd like to remake yours or you don't have a kit. So I have the pretty label punch here. This piece of cardstock is 11 inches long, so it's just half a sheet of cardstock by 4 1/4, and I scored it in the middle at 5 1/2 and then 3/4 inches from each side. So if you want that math, it's, let's see, 4 3/4, 5 1/2, and 6 1/4 for the scores. And then I went ahead and folded it on the center line. I took my pretty label punch. You could use a different punch. I like this one because it's wide and not very deep, and went ahead and punched it right on the fold, which then gives me a hole in the center. And all I'm going to do is fold my 2 card fronts back to the front, and that gives us our pocket there. See how that works? Pretty cool. All right, now I highly recommend you use sticky strip here, or fast fuse is also a possibility. And I'm actually going to do double on here. This area is going to get a lot of wear and tear. I'm going to go crazy and I'll go across here, so we're covering even more of the area. This cardstock is going to want to pop open because the Stampin' Up! Cardstock is so nice and heavy, and so you want to give it as much chance as possible at staying adhered here in the little V-fold part. So we peel these backgrounds off and then close this baby up, and that gives us our card base with room for your gift card right there. So, all right, I know I've showed you this gift card a bunch of times. This number won't work, so it won't do you any good to pause the video and try and grab that number. Okay, so designer series paper here is from the, okay, and I just put adhesive on the back, but I can't do that yet. So here, I'll show you my trick when I do this. I'm just going to put this here on my piece of plastic so that I can peel it up again, because I realize I haven't stamped my lollipops yet. So I'm going to take the lollipops here and stamp them from this set on my designer series paper. We'll do one more there. And okay, now I can peel that baby back up. When you're peeling adhesive layers, keep in mind that if you pull the adhesive, so you're like shearing against the adhesive, so you can see I'm pulling, you're much better off than if you peel back, because if you peel back, you tend to break the cardstock fibers, and then it's a little bit easier to tell sometimes that some shenanigans have been performed there. Okay, so then I have another strip of this paper, and it kind of matches up this way. I'm going to go ahead and flip it so that I have a nice contrast in the pattern. So, oops, I just said I was going to flip it. And go ahead and adhere this down here near the bottom. And then I have one of my fun candy jars, and this is going to come here. In case you hadn't seen, the paper comes to match the Jar of Sweets framelit dies, and this is that designer series paper from the Occasions catalog. And so then there are dies, of course, to match all these sweet little candy jars. And I'm going to pop this baby on right here. And then we have the glitter enamel dots, which are super gorgeous. And I'm going to use my take your pick tool to peel them up and pop them on. So put one there, and one here, and one there. The glitter enamel dots are in the regular, they're in the main catalog, the annual catalog, but they are the perfect color to go along with this designer series paper. Really, they couldn't be more perfect. So, okay, so on my strip here, I'm going to take my happy birthday. I'm going to ink that one in Melon Mambo and go ahead and attach that. And I think I got it kind of close to the end, but that's okay. I'll just trim the bottom and top to kind of go along with my stamping, and then add a banner end. And I think on my sample I put 2 banners, but this one I cut it pretty close to the end, so it's just going to have one on this version. So grab a Stampin' Dimensional to pop on the back there, and go ahead and tuck that right there on my card. Okay, so there is my fun card front. So go ahead and take this, and you could use dimensionals, or you could just go ahead and use snail here to stick this down. And this layers for the front of our card. I'm going to smush from the back side, always, always. And then on the inside, we need a fun greeting. And so I am going to take my stamp here, the Make It a Sweet Celebration, and yep, it's clean. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and ink it in 2 different colors. So one of the great things about photopolymer stamps is that they are see-through, and so I'm going to make it in Melon Mambo. And then I'm going to go ahead and stamp it here. And then I'm going to go ahead and clean this with my chamois. And I love these chamois. Mine's actually been well loved, you can see, but they are like ink magnets. So really, you can see how clean that is. There's no like leftover smudge from like semi-clean stamps or anything like that. I love it. And then I'm going to take my stamp and I'm going to ink up a sweet celebration, and then add that here under our greeting. So we have Make It a Sweet Celebration, and go ahead and clean this baby off. And then I think, let's see, we'll use our candy jar, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp that in Gorgeous Grape here on the edge of our card. Okay. And then we need some candy in that candy jar. So I'm going to grab this, we'll do gummy bears, these little gummy bears. And they have an arc shape to them, and the arc shape matches the candy jar. So you want to just kind of pay attention to the shape of that so that you can get them in there. All right. So we have Make It a Sweet Celebration, and then I will grab my snail adhesive and pop this here inside my card. And then of course I would take my gift card and pop it into the slot so that we have basically this fun way to present a gift card. So it's like a secret. It doesn't look like a gift card holder, it's just a regular card, and then blah! Look how exciting that is, a gift card. So anyway, hope you enjoy this project and the other projects from the How Sweet It Is product suite that I've been sharing. Watch for more video tutorials on these soon. And if you would like to request your kit for Stamps in the Mail Club, just drop me a line at lovenstamps.com. Thanks so much for watching. Happy stamping.